The Russian authorities have placed the brother and aides of Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny under house arrest ahead of the fresh protests. On Friday, Navalny's brother Oleg, prominent aide Lyubov Sobol and a riot activist Maria Alyokina were placed under house arrest until March 23rd. Now Navalny's brother and his aides were placed under house arrest for allegedly violating COVID curbs for calling for people to join a protest. Navalny's brother has already served 3.5 years in prison for an embezzlement conviction that the Kremlin critics say was politically motivated. The Russian authorities have also warned that protesters could face charges for taking part in what they called a mass unrest. The Moscow police has also announced that the movement of people in the center of the Russian capital would be limited. The 7 central metro stations will be closed on Sunday, and Kremlin critics say that authorities are dramatically ramping up pressure on the opposition in an effort to intimidate protesters and smother dissent. Navalny's team has urged Moscow residents to gather in Lubyanka Square outside the headquarters of the FSB security agency. More than 4,000 protesters were detained last weekend, and authorities launched a number of criminal probes. Several Navalny associates, including Sobol, were detained following police raids on their apartments and offices. Meanwhile, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki spoke about U.S. President Joe Biden calling for Navalny's release. Earlier this week, Biden pressed Putin on a number of issues, including alleged election interference in 2020, Ukraine's sovereignty, the massive SolarWinds cyber hack, and Navalny.
To get shots in people's arms and to increase vaccines.
The president spoke with President Putin earlier this week, as you know, and he did not hold back in his concerns about a number of the actions of the Kremlin and of the Russian government. But there is a review underway that we have spoken about a bit in here by our national security team, and we'll let that review carry forward. That includes the SolarWinds breach. It includes the poisoning of Alexei Navalny. It includes I'm kind of losing my thought here, but it includes a number of steps, a number of concerning actions they've taken. We want that review to carry forward and to be completed, and the president always reserves the right to respond in the manner of his choosing and at the time of his choosing.
Meanwhile, an online video made by jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny alleging that Putin owned an opulent palace has now been viewed more than 100 million times since it was posted last week. Navalny's allies are continuing to promote the video to try and mobilize people to protest, this time on Sunday. Authorities say such protests are illegal under Russian law as they require pre-authorization. Putin has now dominated Russian politics for more than 2 decades and has said that the palace in southern Russia does not belong to him or his family.
Co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.